Hey, what is up, YouTube? I am back with another video review, and as promised in my last video, I am celebrating Black History Month with a fragrance review of two Black-owned companies. The first one is Taboo, and the second is Chris Collins. So I want to make this video a little bit quicker than it's probably gonna be, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and get right into it. First, though, let's talk about my fragrance of the day. I'm wearing the Chris Collins Sweet Taboo, and I layered that with the Nest Balinese Coconut. And as I get into the fragrance review, I'll let you guys know kind of what prompted me to layer those two together. And it is a really good combination. I definitely recommend you guys try it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to go ahead and start with Taboo because they are the first fragrance company that I tried for this month. And I saw their ad on Instagram. It kept popping up on my reels. They had this very enticing, seductive ad that kept popping up, and I kept seeing reviews on it. I don't remember the other fragrance reviewer influencer that was talking about it, but she said something to the effect of cherries, syrup, Black owned, yes, take my money, or something like that. So I looked them up. I looked at the different fragrances they had. This is actually one of the cards that they send you when you get their fragrance. And this is similar to the ad that was popping up. And you can see it has the cherries with the syrup dripping down and the rose and the almonds. And yeah, it does. It just looks really, really good. So I was enticed because I do like a good cherry fragrance. So I went ahead and I picked it up. And I would say that this is, I know that people are going to think that it's a dupe for either the Tom Ford Lost Cherry, or they probably will compare it to maybe Kay Ali's Burning Fest, I think it is, their cherry scent. But I don't really think that it's comparable to either one of those. Those two have a little bit more depth into them, and they're a little more smoky. This one, I get mostly cherry syrup. It smells a little like sticky and cloyingly sweet, and it definitely has a lot. It smells like grenadine to me. If you were to describe grenadine as a fragrance, that's exactly what this smells like. So some of the top notes are cherry and bitter almond. The middle notes are rose, jasmine sambac, and cherry syrup, which I completely get. That's mostly what I get. And the base is roasted tonka bean, sandalwood, and Peru balsam. It's a pretty fragrance, but for me, I think that I would have to layer it with something else that's gonna add a little bit more, I don't know, something more, something that's not as sweet with it, because it just is like overly sweet. And that's saying something for me because I like sweet fragrances. So I do like that the company is a clean fragrance company. They use more healthier ingredients, I guess, like the ones that aren't supposed to lend to, helping get cancer and things like that. So it's a clean fragrance company. Again, Black owned. The one bottle by itself is $92. I got the set of these for $160, which is why I got both. So it came packaged really nicely. Again, it's not, the cherry saffron is not a bad fragrance. I would wear it, but I would layer it with some other things. Maybe like with my Nichane Annie fragrance, or I don't know, something that's not quite as sweet. So then the Balsam Gilead, which is this one here, that one is kind of a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. But I hate when people say that something is a dupe and it's really not, but this one really is. It smells very similar to that fragrance. Again, I would say that this one is sweeter than that fragrance. It definitely it wears really well. I would say that the performance on both of these fragrances is really good. Like it lasted for I would say between 6 to 8 hours on me. I wore it to work, I wore it around the house, and it definitely performed. I could smell it all day, but it was just so sweet. So the notes for the Balsam Gilead fragrance, the top notes are jasmine, saffron, and orange. The middle notes are Evernoll and ambroxan, and then the base notes are cedarwood, fir balsam, and ambergris. So again, nice fragrance. If you're looking for a clean version and you like something a little bit sweeter and heavier, it's a little bit heavier. You know how the Baccarat Rouge 540 is a little bit airy. Some people say that it kind of disappears. This one definitely doesn't disappear. It stays on your skin. It hugs it. It's gonna leave that sillage, but it definitely just it's just so much sweeter. And there's something to it that is almost like sickeningly sweet to me, that I wasn't really a fan of. And I'm not having to spray these because I wore these yesterday and the day before, so I really remember exactly how I felt when I got them. I will spray the other ones going forward with the sample set because there's just so many of them. But yeah, I would say try these out if you are looking for some alternatives to those other fragrances that I mentioned. If you like a cherry note and you want to have something to layer with other scents, then yes, try this one. Don't overspray it because for me, like I said, it was just too sweet. So I'm probably not going to be reaching for those, unfortunately, all too much. They do have one other scent that I'm interested in trying called Mixed Feelings on their site. I might try that one, but again, these two, being that they were both incredibly sweet, I just don't know that I don't know. I haven't decided on what I'm going to do about that yet. But I love to support a Black-owned business. Again, it's Black History Month. I definitely will, if I can give my money to all these other companies, I think that I can spare $160 for two fragrances that aren't too bad. And I might end up giving them to, somebody like my sister might wear them. She likes a sweeter fragrance, so I might try to see if she is interested in them. So moving on to Chris Collins. I'm actually really excited about this one because I wasn't sure what to expect. His line looks like it's a little bit more masculine leaning, but all of the fragrances that he has are supposed to be unisex, but there definitely are quite a few that I would say are going to be better for a man. But let's go ahead and get into it. So I saw a review on YouTube about the Sweet Taboo fragrance, and I think she was layering it with Vanilla di Aroma by Christian Dior, and I was intrigued just based on how she was talking about the fragrance, and I loved the bottle. And again, I wanted to do a feature for Black History Month on our Black-owned businesses, so that's what led me to go ahead and blind buy the Sweet Taboo. I hadn't smelled any of his fragrances, and I'm not gonna lie, I do wish that I had gotten the Discovery set first because there are some that I like a little bit better. But Sweet Taboo, as I wear that one, that being my scent of the day for today, I sprayed it on because I knew that I wanted to wear something that was a little more cozy and, just kind of warm today. And that's just the vibe I was feeling. So let me read you guys some of the notes that are in this one. Clary sage, cardamom, cinnamon, and then the heart notes are geranium, cacao, and coffee. The base notes are benzoin, siam, tonka bean, vanilla, and musk. So I get all of those. This is a spicy, warm, sexy fragrance. I would say this is something that could be worn by a man or a woman, maybe a little bit for the colder months for sure. It's hot outside today, but because I'm in Florida, but it's a little bit colder in my house and I'm not really going anywhere. So that's why I kind of wanted to reach for that one. And I knew I was doing this video today, so I wanted to kind of remind myself of what I thought of the fragrance. So those spices really come through, and they're really smooth though. You know how some fragrances that are kind of spicy, they kind of hit you kind of hard. They're not they're not smooth, you know. They kind of cut through the fragrance. These don't necessarily do that. They're kind of like taking in like a warm chai tea or like something. It's just a very comforting and cozy type of smell. But the reason I layered it, and I told you guys I would tell you why, what led me to pull out my nest oils with this. The reason I layered it with the Balinese coconut is because it has zero sweetness to it. That's why it's probably good for a man, or if you're a woman who doesn't like to necessarily have like sweeter fragrances, this would be perfect for you because there is absolutely zero sweetness in it. And I don't come across too many fragrances that are like that. There's no sharpness in it. There's nothing like that. It's a very smooth, non-sweet scent. So you can definitely get that cacao coming through. It smells like chocolate, but without the sugar in it. That's exactly what it smells like. It's a very grounded fragrance. I need a little bit of sweetness to mine, so that's why I went ahead and I paired it with my Nest Balinese coconut oil. This one is not super, super, super sweet. It does add a hint of sweetness to it, and just that having that kind of creamy coconut, it just paired really, really, really well with that sweet Taboo. And I can't, it's kind of intoxicating. Like I keep smelling myself now. I feel like I smell like some kind of sweet coffee shop or some kind of like just really sweet like chai tea or something. And there's no tea notes in it, but it's just those spices from those type of scents. And then tomorrow, I think I'm going to wear it again just so I can try the Madagascar vanilla with it, because this is a lot sweeter to me than the Balinese coconut. And this has a coconut note in it. So I'm going to see how that pairs with it as well. And yeah, so I really like the Sweet Taboo. I think it's nice to have in my collection. There are some other ones that I'll probably purchase as well from the Discovery set. And that's what I have here. Next, I purchased the Discovery set. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. The Chris Collins Sweet Taboo I actually purchased from Neiman Marcus, and I had like a gift card, I think, or a coupon or something to that effect. So that's why I purchased it from there. So it was, I think, $225, and I forget how much I had off. So that's why I ended up going through Neiman Marcus for that. But for the Discovery set, I actually went to the World of Chris Collins website and got the set. You get 6 fragrances. They come in this little box here, which has inside of it this little like velvet, I don't know, bag that came with it. I thought the packaging was all done really, really, really well. It's absolutely stunning. So this bottle came in that box, and this box back here, and it's lined with like black paper. So the like copper tones in it really stick out really well. It's just so pretty when you open it. I was like, ooh, this is like, it feels luxury, you know? And then let me show you guys the card that came with it too. So this is the card that came with it. Provocative scents that shed inhibitions. This is Chris Collins. He's the owner of the company, and he is beautiful. Doesn't he just look like he smells good? Okay, I digress. On the back of it, they give you this coupon. This is what came with the Discovery set, and they allow you to put the amount of your Discovery set purchase towards a full bottle. So I may do that after, once I decide which of the bottles that I want to get. So jumping right in, I'm going to go ahead and start spraying and reviewing for you guys, which this isn't first impressions. I've already sprayed some of these, played with some of them. These are the samples. I just thought they were so cute because they're not just in a plain bottle. They match the full size bottle. They look like little bullets to me, but I just thought they were adorable. So again, in the Discovery set, you get 6 different scents with that. And then in addition to that, they sent me another 2 scents to try, which was really nice. So the first one I'm going to be reviewing is Harlem Nights, which I was just holding up for you guys. I'm just spraying that. I'm going to let it dry down a little bit. So Harlem Night says a whiff of this fragrance transports you to a Harlem speakeasy with its wood accents, ornate wallpaper, and intricate chandeliers. A blend of orris and animalic musk replicate the feeling of smoking a fine cigar, while a rum accord smells like it was poured from the top shelf. It says more, but these are really long descriptions on the website, though. This one, Harlem Nights, they are not lying about it having rum in it. It smells exactly like rum to me. That's almost the only note that I get from it. It's kind of like overpowering. So if you like a really boozy rum scent, you could probably get this. But that's like all that I'm getting out of this scent. There might be a little bit of like vanilla in there, maybe. Yeah, I'm getting like rum and vanilla extract in there. I'm not a fan of this one, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next scent, which is African Rooibos. Rooibos, I think is how you say that. So this one says it's a warm wind carries the scent of rooibos leaves and cedar off the African mountains. Spicy black pepper and warm cardamom speak to a multi-dimensional personality, while bright bergamot brings life to the blend. Now this one I actually really do like. This is definitely a fall scent. Again, very much so a unisex scent. Not super sweet. I definitely smell the tea in there. There's some kind of tea note in there. I get a little bit of the cardamom. This one is nice. This one is very, very much a fall scent. Yeah, definitely like a smooth black tea that's in there. I'm getting the pepper too. That one's coming through. I would wear this one. I don't know that it's necessarily full bottle worthy for me, but I would definitely wear it. But I think I would like to smell this more so on a man in the fall. But that one's nice. It's very, I don't want to say that it's a clean scent, but it does have, the tea kind of gives it like that clean, I don't know, that clean kind of essence to it, that clean vibe. So yeah, I like that one. But again, not full bottle worthy for me, but I wouldn't mind smelling it on a man or somebody else. So the next one that I'm going to be reviewing is going to be Lost in Paradise. That's this one here. So this one, if you look on the website, and if I can find a picture, I will put it in the side. So most of his bottles are this color here. I think they have some that are clear as well, but this line, that Lost in Paradise, there's two, Lost in Paradise and Long Kiss Goodnight are two that I have from this line. They are in the white bottle, and I believe that I've heard that these are supposed to be more feminine leaning scents, and I would have to agree with that. So this one, it says, like salt spray off of the Caribbean Sea, Lost in Paradise transports you with coconut water and marine notes. Warm, languorous, ylang ylang contrasts with the wanderlust provoking scent of salted musk. Now this one I really like. I think that this one might be full bottle worthy. I have to admit that I do like pretty much anything that has a coconut scent in it. But you get that saltiness in there. It smells like a beach scent. Like this definitely smells like something that you would wear on vacation maybe. It has those marine notes in it. It's very like daytime, fun, flirty. Either I'm going to the beach or I'm going to be doing something outside. Yeah, that's what I get from this. I also love any scent that has like that ylang ylang in it, because I feel like it's very like a spa scent. It gives you a very relaxing feel, and that's exactly what this one does. So this is one of the ones that I'm definitely looking at to purchase a full bottle of, because I love that one. I wouldn't even have to pair it with anything. It just smells amazing. So the next one we're going to be looking at is Autumn Rhythm. Let's go ahead and spray that one. Okay, so Autumn Rhythm says it features a sensual blend of leather, cedar, and musk, conjuring images of a leather jacket and a trip out of the city into the woods. The fragrance is inspired by the entropy of fall as it alludes to the chaos of leaves twisting in the wind. It also says the scent speaks to someone who stays confident in the face of chaos. I'm not really a fan of this one. It definitely smells kind of green. I'm not a fan of like leather notes either. This one's definitely more masculine. I can't imagine any women wanting to wear this one. But, you know, to each his own. There's no sweetness in this one. This one isn't sweet either. You definitely get the musk coming through on that one, but it smells very, very leathery. Yeah. And that one also almost smells like it has like a tea note in it as well. And again, I'm not looking up each one of these because that would just kind of be flipping back and forth quite a bit on this page. But that one I'm not a fan of for a man or a woman. It's just not one of my favorites. So the next one we are going to be going over is Oud Galore. Let's see. There's so many of these. I can't remember which ones I liked when I first sprayed them and which ones I didn't because there's just so many to review. I'm really excited that they sent me an extra 2 fragrances as well. All right, Oud Galore. The word galore implies near infinite abundance. Wear this resinous, otherworldly fragrance to see the things you desire multiply around you. Oud, also known as agarwood, is overwhelmingly popular in the Middle East and Asia. It's indescribably sexy and entrancing. Now this one smells really good. This one I wouldn't mind smelling on a man. It's kind of enticing if you like something that's a little more masculine leaning, a true unisex fragrance. I would say this might be something that you like. I'm trying to see, like it kind of has like I kind of get that cardamom vibe in there. You do get the oud, but there's something a little bit spicy, but different from that sweet taboo. It's definitely more, I don't know why I get that tea note in a lot of his fragrances. It smells good though. It's definitely a smoother fragrance. This one, whoever is wearing this one, he's confident, he's sexy, he's cozying up with somebody. Like this is a good date night fragrance for a man, an easy reach type fragrance for a man, I think. Yeah, that one's really nice. It's almost like a like a gunpowdery smell. There's something very different to it. It on here it says indescribably sexy and entrancing. It is. I keep smelling it. Like I want to keep smelling it. So that one is nice. Again, not necessarily to me feminine leaning. Definitely unisex, like a confident, very confident, strong, I'm about my business type of woman. I could imagine wearing that. But I think that one is more so to me for a man. So moving on, the next one I have is the Vide Cormium. And this is the last one that comes in the Discovery set, but I do have 2 extras that they had sent. So Vide Cormium, it says in parentheses, see my heart. So I guess that's what it means. It says it was inspired by an aria composed opera and takes the classic beauty of an Armenian style rose and modernizes it with herbaceous thyme. Sweet vanilla creates an atmosphere of seduction, and resinous incense adds layers of mystery. Wear this scent as the finishing touch on a tailored date night outfit. It says it's an invitation to get closer. This one I do like. I think that they described it spot on. Like this one is very inviting. Again, kind of a unisex fragrance for females. You're either wearing this at night. This is definitely a nighttime fragrance. On a date, somewhere that you want them to know that you're not playing. You about your business. You are that ish. Like you know you are everything. You know you sexy, and this fragrance is speaking for you. It's also strong performer. Like it's beast mode. Like it is going to talk to people before you get to talk to them. It's getting into the room before you are. That's what this one is. And it's really, really nice. Again, all of his fragrances, I don't know what it is, y'all. I smell tea. I smell tea in all of them. I like it. I like it a lot. It almost is kind of like in the DNA of what his fragrances have. But yeah, I definitely get a tea note. I get the rose. Now that it's drying down a little bit, I am getting the rose. And even with the rose, I still think that this would be a good fragrance, a good unisex fragrance. It's got a little more sweetness than some of the other ones I mentioned. I think this one for me is full body worthy. I would purchase this one. Oh yeah, that one smells really, really nice. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Dawn's. The two that they gave me that weren't in the discovery set are Dawn Sauvage and Long Kiss Goodnight. So we're going to test out Dawn Sauvage first. I think this is the one that I actually really liked. Yeah. Okay, so this one, I don't have the notes of it, but oh, this one smells like straight man. It smells like this man. If I had to imagine what this man smelled like, it's Dawn Sauvage. He walks past you, you smell him, and you are like turning your head, breaking your neck to see who it was smelling like that. That's how good this smells. Definitely 100% masculine scent to me, but a sweeter masculine scent. I'm not even going to try to guess what notes are in here, but I'm going to just tell y'all, this is what y'all want y'all man to smell like. If you're looking for a fragrance for your boyfriend, your daddy, whoever, like, and you like them to smell good, try the Dawn Sauvage, because that one is nice. I'm probably going to end up giving the masculine leaning scents to probably my dad. He is really into fragrances as well, so I let him try out all the ones that I feel like are a little too masculine for me, and I think that he is going to love that one. So the next one, oh, sorry y'all, I have a couple of allergies going on. Here in Florida, we are transitioning from our winter into spring, and all the pollen everywhere. It's just me and my daughter have really been going through it. So the next one is Long Kiss Goodnight. This is one of those ones that I told you guys is in the white bottle. This one is nice. It's pretty. I don't know that I would necessarily have to have a full bottle of it. But it is pretty. I'm going to see if I can look up some of the notes on this one, because this one I think is really, I'm still smelling it. As it dries down, it's kind of turning into something different. All right, so it says this is a warm, dreamy, romantic fragrance. And the top notes are pink saffron, passion fruit, and coffee beans. It's probably why I can't really place exactly what it smells like, because those are kind of very three different types of fragrance notes. The heart notes are frankincense, centifolia rose, and pink peony. And the base notes are agarwood, crisp amber, and vanilla bean. This one is really pretty. This is one that I would have to spray on my skin to see exactly how it performs and what it ends up smelling like on me, because I can just tell based on spraying it on the fragrance strip that it would be very transformative. Like, it's going to turn into something different, and I don't know where it's going to land. So I'm going to test that one out and see. Right now, I think it's really pretty. It's really nice. Of all the ones that I smelled for, as far as like ones that I would purchase and I felt like are feminine leaning, I would say that that one is a maybe. That's a maybe. So of the ones that I reviewed, there are two that I said I would probably buy a full bottle of, and then one that is a maybe. So Lost in Paradise was one of the ones that I said was really, really good that I would buy, and then Vide Cormium, I think, was the other one. And then Long Kiss Goodnight is my maybe. So I hope you guys like this review. I absolutely love many of the Chris Collins fragrances, especially if you're a man and you can get your nose on these. I would say go ahead, support our Black owned businesses, support Chris Collins. I think he is the first Black owned business that was sold in Sephora as well. So also try out the Taboo. It was not bad. It just, for me, cloyingly sweet. You guys might enjoy something like that, but I'm just not really, it's not, I'm not going to reach for Balsam Gilead over my Baccarat Rouge 540 X Straight because I feel like the X Straight is a little more well balanced. But if you don't have the Baccarat Rouge and you're not wanting to spend your money on that, I would say that this one is better than Ariana Cloud, which they also say is a dupe that a lot of people get. So I would go for this one over that, if that helps anybody. So again, thanks you guys for listening. I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope this helps you guys make some of your decisions on what fragrances you want. And I will see you guys next time.